Hello traders, Gary Wagner for Trending Markets. It is Friday, happy Aloha Friday as we say on the islands, August the 14th, 2015. We're taking a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. That has closed nominally higher on the day, although when we look at it on the week, we do have a higher close, but just a slightly higher close, especially when you compare it to the most recent highs and lows that we have seen over this last week. It has been a roller coaster, to say the least, considering the incredible range and dynamics we have seen this week. Look, on Monday, we had the market open and close up about 245 points. Central Bank of China comes in. They devalue the yuan, and the following day, we see the market plunge about 200 points, giving up roughly 90% of the gain seen on the prior day. Now then on Wednesday, take a look at this low. We had the market plunging. It was moving into some substantially negative territory, only to recoup and actually close, in essence, unchanged to a little bit higher on the day, green candle. That was followed by yesterday's activity, which was a nominal day, and then a 64-point rise today. So when we look at the week did close slightly higher than the open. The close is right here. The open is down here. So there's our range. But even with this slight gain on the week, we certainly still have a downward bias in the market. Now, the other market that I want to take a extended look at today is the market that I think will have the greatest opportunity in terms of defining a trend and being able to profit from that trend, and that's crude oil. Crude oil, again, slipping a little bit. It was up a little during the day, but it closes dramatically down. More importantly, it closes dramatically down on the week, closing below 43, which was our initial target, right now sitting at the 42 point. And so I draw your attention to this chart. Let me go ahead and size that a little bit better. But without a question of a doubt, when you look at this, we are at that point we talked about where any kind of a solid break, to me, indicates as this market is headed much lower. And we will initiate short positions in this market. You know, there's been all this talk about a currency war that is possible with China entering the arena and devaluing their currency. But the real war hasn't been a currency war. It's been an oil war. Who can produce the most and who is going to blink the first? And the Saudis have not in any way lowered their production. And because of that, my sense is that we are going to see oil break below the 42 mark, break below the 40 mark, and go into the 30s. As we talked about on yesterday's show, there is no doubt there's historical precedence for this market going even lower than that into the low 30s. And let's go ahead and kind of tighten this chart so you can see what I'm talking about. And obviously, we really had to compress this chart to bring the data point in back in 2009, 2008. 2008, you've got this dramatic rise. The beginning of 2008, oil's been moving up, but is trading at about 90. From 2008 through the end of, or call it the midpoint in the year, right in here, it moved up actually above $140 per barrel, only to drop over the next few months, call it 3 months into 2009, to these lows very, very close to 30. So we've got historical precedents of the market being above 100 and moving to just about 30. Now, we're back to 2014. Market is climbing, hits its top at around 110 per barrel, and we have the market drop and drop hard down to these recent lows at 42. We had a double bottom, and then the market tried to recoup, but absolutely stalled at roughly $60 per barrel. And now for consecutive weeks, a lot of them, we've seen this market drift lower, and now we are at this critical point. My sense is that we will see this market at the beginning of the week break below this price point, and my new target is at a minimum of $37 a barrel. That's what we're looking for. So we simply need to position ourselves into this trade going short crude oil. I think it's our best play of next week. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you as always good trading. We'll talk to you next week for another Trending Markets. Bye-bye. you.